Take the flame grilled stacker saucy Big King taste you love is now on the
2, 4, 5
for a limited time.
Auto Owners insures your car because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Oh, no, to Asia Shepherd. But yeah, so both Kelsey Marshall and Asia Shepherd are the only two active players to eclipse 300-plus career three-pointers, and they're both here on the same court at the same time playing each other.
Expect some good shooting tonight is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Jaldi Tabdi to the line, coming off 10-point game down in Atlanta. 1 of 2 at the line for the former Syracuse post. Hokies with Traylor and Amor on the floor handle that pressure very well.
Miami in their man defense, but you can see Kelsey Marshall helping out down low for any cutters or post players in the middle.
De'Asia Gregg rebounded for Miami.
And that's the shot I wanted to see Greg take before she passed it to Kitley down low. I know your assignment is to get to the best player. The best player was double teamed on that shot.
Kitley and Shepherd are both at the scorer's table, set to check in next whistle. Spectators for this possession. Marshall sets up Jaldi Tabdi. Right on line, but a little too strong.
Jaldi Tabdi can hit that three-point shot, has Katie Meyer's blessing to pop out. And I love when post players are allowed to pop out and stretch the floor and shoot beyond the three-point line.
Open in the quarter, Emily Lytle knocks down the three.
Speaking of three-point shooting, let's go back to Virginia Tech, who leads the ACC and three-point field goals made per game, and Lytle a part of that nice, pretty shot. Says, don't leave me open in the corner.
Closing in on 200 career threes in her college career through Liberty and Virginia Tech. Jaldi Tabdi keeps it alive, missed the second chance though, and Lytle comes away with it.
Couple missed layups from both teams right at the rim.
Amor has such a great change of pace to her game. Traylor to the basket for 2.
Traylor, a player that can pop out and hit the shot, or she can take you off the dribble. This Virginia Tech squad just has so many threats. And Evan, we were talking earlier about this type of squad and who they remind me of, and I say they remind me of an NC State because they have a solid 8 to 9 players that can come in and nothing drops off. You don't lose anything. They've got depth.
And experience.
Veteran leadership on the squad.
Speaking of veteran leadership, Kelsey Marshall feeds it inside. Jaldi Tabdi was fouled on the stick back. It's been a physical first 8 minutes.
That's to say the least, but I think that's how both these squads want to play. And right here, the nice, pretty pass. Kelsey Marshall keeps her eyes up, and Bondu takes it right down to the rim and flashes, allowing Jaldi Tabdi to get that rebound. But notice how no one stayed still on that possession when Kelsey Marshall got stuck in the corner with nowhere to go.
First foul on Amor. Jaldi Tabdi back to the line. saw Katie Meyer a moment ago, the second longest tenured coach in the ACC. She is 18-8 against Virginia Tech. However, the Hokies have won the last 4 times these two teams have met, including in the ACC tournament in Greensboro last March.
And I think that speaks more to Kenny Brooks and his squad, because obviously this Miami team has a lot more transfers and, you know, new international players and new players in general. Virginia Tech bringing back the top scoring trio in the ACC. And I think that that just speaks to Kenny Brooks and the program and the culture that he's built here at Castle.
Bumping foul on Jasmine Roberts. And now Kitley kicks it out, tries to repost. Great defense. Tremendous anticipation there by Roberts to steal it, and then she gives it right back in transition.
Too quick for her own handles, kind of left the ball behind.
Little says, why not? Lytle knocks down another 3.
Gotta know personnel, and even though they're trying to take away Kitley on the inside, that's what happens when you have a team that has this much depth. You take away one player, and there's 4 other ones on the court that you gotta contend and deal with.
It's the 4th 3 of the quarter for Virginia Tech. And there's the first 3 of the game for Miami. Guess who? Kelsey Marshall.
3-point shooting for both squads, pretty good. 50% for Miami, 67% for Virginia Tech. If the shooting continues like this for the entire game, I think we might eclipse that century mark.
Shepherd to the basket.
She's at it in the open. She can do a bit of everything. You see her 3-point shooting, but you can also see her take it to the basket and get back in transition and cause the turnover on Miami. And Shepherd is fired up from that, and that's how you do it, boys and girls. You get it on offense and go right back to defense. And she hustles down as the last person in transition and causes Jasmine Roberts to travel, and that fires her up.
It's a cool moment at shoot-around today when Kenny Brooks took off his jacket and unveiled a Love Day shirt. Every game day throughout her entire career, as Amor lost it in the backcourt, Asia Shepherd tweets Love Day. And she said basketball has meant so much to her. All the Hokies wearing Love Day shirts, and she's got an NIL deal, making a little coin for the design that she created. Love Day here at Virginia Tech.
I love that. I love the support from her teammates and the coaching staff and everybody who can support. You're teaching these young women how to be entrepreneurs.
Offensive rebounds right now have been huge for the Hurricanes.
And that's how they're sticking in this game, because Virginia Tech has been shooting lights out beyond the 3-point line. Both teams shooting pretty well, but Miami's only 1 of 2. Virginia Tech 4 of 6 from beyond the line.
Steal. Williams picked Amor's pocket, lays it in.
Smart freshman, number 3 in the league in steals per game. And she's a big re-save for Virginia Tech.
Yep. 6 different Hokies have scored. 6 different Hurricanes have scored. Pendande with a nice finish.
Pendande gets that one to go. The nice little step through is holding her face. I think she kind of got sideswiped there, but gets that one to go despite getting hit in the face.
Kitley working on Pendande. Pretty good defense. And the Hurricanes have a chance to take the lead here.
And that was excellent defense. Notice Kitley had to catch that ball a few feet off the block because she was getting doubled every time she caught it on the block.
Deep 3. Marshall buries it to give Miami their first lead of the night.
I'm just so happy that they mic'd the rims, because the way her shot goes down, it's like that little at the end of it. It's just so pretty. And she yanks it back. Like, you can tell she was one of those park players that went to the park and just shot on everybody.
We got an A+ audio crew here at Blacksburg with us tonight. Baines draws contact inside, and the foul going on Jalea Williams, her first.
And Evan, this crowd is kind of silenced that Miami has the lead, because right here, Kelsey Marshall puts them up with a deep 3-point shot, and you just heard the sound effects replay. Quiet crowd here in Blacksburg.
Well, it's a 9-0 run right now for Miami, spanning the quarters.
And Evan, this is a Virginia Tech team that just cracked the top 25 in the past week. Was ranked
They've been
preseason.
underrated all year long. I mean, all season long, we're broadcasting games. Why are there only 5 ACC teams in the top 25? Virginia Tech deserves to be on there. I don't think Kenny Brooks cared that much, but now, I mean, look, they're in the top 10 in the net rankings right now.
And everybody knows about them now. So, you know, a team like Miami, they play up to their competition. They've been on a roll. Kelsey Marshall puts that one up, doesn't get to go.
4 rebounds for Elizabeth Kitley. Amor circles the wagons, uses the Baines screen. Lozana Baines finds herself open. And Miami's done a good job of the defensive glass so far.
And that's the thing, Virginia Tech has to be able to capitalize. If they're going to double team Kitley and leave somebody open, you got to hit those shots. Baines had an open look and time to set up and just couldn't get that one to go.
Driving into contact, Harden lost it, and I think she touched it with a foot on the end line. It'll be Hokies ball.
And the Hokies have Destiny Harden as one of the players at the top of their scout because of the type of game that she had last year against Virginia Tech. Really hurt them with cutting to the middle of that free throw line and getting to the rim and slashing to the basket. And so Kenny Brooks wanted to take that way. In this game, they're doing a good job of not allowing Destiny Harden to get open looks and just dribble anywhere she wants on the court.
Harden gets a breather on the Miami bench. Trying to get it to Kitley inside. Not a great passing lane to find her. Instead, it's Baines on the block. Baines doubled.
Excellent defense, and Kelsey Marshall knows it to her, and Pendande played that beautifully. The double team came over. Azana Baines thinks she has a mismatch, and there goes Pendande with the double team, the surprise double team, and forces Virginia Tech to turn that one over.
The connectivity from Miami's defense right now is impressive. They're just in a good rhythm at both ends of the floor. Milena Johnson, Sidi Baba makes an impact, quickly entering the game. She'll get to the free throw line.
And Sidi Baba did a good job of turning to the ref and saying, hey, I was shooting. But really, she had excellent vision. She was about to get Pendande slashing underneath the basket to the rim.
It's the second foul on Asia Shepherd, so she's headed to the bench. And no free throws for Miami. It'll be baseline inbounds here for the Canes. Marshall. Rebounded by Amor. Amor with her head up on the dribble the whole time. King takes it. Rebound hit by Erjevets with purpose to her teammate, Pendande. Erjevets had it poked away, but Pendande is right there to clean it up. Both teams swarming defensively right now, Tab.
And again, Katie Myers saying that she thinks her player got fouled, but on that one, when you're on the offensive end and your player gets caught up and loses their dribble, you got to run to the ball and make yourself available. And right there was too many Miami green jerseys standing still when Kelsey Marshall or Pendande was at the free throw line and had nobody to get it to.
Shea Dwyer into the game for Miami. Hokies still looking for their first field goal of the second quarter. Kitley fouled by Pendande. She admitted it immediately.
Yeah, Pendande doing a really good job of playing Kitley, pushing her off the block. Dwyer's right there digging in on the post to help out. Pendande knew that she got that foul, but has been doing an excellent job so far in this game, limiting Kitley to just 2 points so far.
This is after limiting all the Georgia Tech bigs. While Pendande goes to the bench and Jaldi Tabdi gets beat on the blob, Kitley's second bucket.
Excellent play calling by Virginia Tech to notice that when Pendande was out, she was used to playing Kitley. You got a fresh body that's cold in Jaldi Tabdi. They went straight to Kitley on that.
Jaldi Tabdi uses her size. but Kitley has the rebound.
What's impressive about the posts, especially in the ACC, is they're so agile. They can move. Jolly Tobby, you don't think she can move that way just seeing her walk down the street? At least I wouldn't, I'll be honest. And you don't think Kitley, after she hits that nice 15-footer, you wouldn't think that she has ballerina feet the way that she does, but she is a finesse player with the way that she plays.
That's what Katie Myers said. Her footwork reminds her of a ballerina. Offensive foul called there on Miami.
Her first personal foul.
So first on Marshall. Kitley now 6 points, 5 rebounds in 11 minutes. Amor gets a breather.
And the referee and Kelsey Marshall just had words, and Kelsey Marshall looking for an explanation. All I saw was the referee's arms kind of rocking back and forth. Not sure what that meant, but Marshall pleading her case, saying she didn't even touch her.
Quick beat by Katie Meyer over there, getting away with the loose ball near the sideline. Lytle lost it, looking for the second effort. Marshall into the teeth of the defense. And another rebound for Kitley.
And just like that, Virginia Tech, they get the ball straight out the bucket, make her miss, and they are off to the races, trying to beat Miami down defensively, or offensively, should I say, so they don't set up their defense.
Kick out for Lytle. Her third three of the half.
Right from the top of the key, and just so dangerous. You take away Asia Shepherd, she's in foul trouble. You don't allow Kitley to touch the ball on the block. Well, you got to contend with Lytle. That's her third three of the night.
I'm not sure she's hit the rim yet, Tab. There's area vets answering at the other end.
She hasn't. You know why? Because we can hear it. the nets and the rims are mic'd. I heard no rim.
Lytle's 3 for 3 from deep. Game high 9 points. Kitley working on Charlie Tobney. Tough shot. See, Baba has the rebound.
And Jolly Tobby, again, doing a good job of forcing Kitley to have to shoot 10 feet out from the block.
Way off that time for Maeva.
We have an official timeout.
Everyone has a chance to catch their breaths. I think the pace right now favors the Hokies.
Yep, and this is why three-point shooting has been on, and that's why they've got a three-point lead. Stick with us, 3:56 left in the second.
My name is Lolly, and I'm a franchisee with...
I need big king. I need two.
All the flame grilled stacker saucy Big King taste you love is now on the
2, 4, 5.
for a limited time.
You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners makes sense for you.
Virginia Tech has 5 threes here in the first half, and they have a 3-point lead, 28-25. An emotional scene here at Castle before the game. Asia Shepherd presented with a commemorative ball from Virginia Tech President Timothy Sands. Obviously, Kenny Brooks and Asia Shepherd have grown together over these past 5 years. It is another love day, and the emotions are running high pregame.
And I don't even know how she was able to come out here and get it together that fast. She didn't even know that that presentation was about to happen, just like earlier. She didn't know that head coach Kenny Brooks was going to be wearing her paraphernalia, her T-shirt right there, 1,797 points, 3 away from 1,800 points. Just phenomenal what she's done for this Hokies program.
With every basket, she sets a new record, Tab.
Seriously, I think last season she broke her own three-point records. This year she's just competing against herself, literally. So from here on out, she's at the top in the entire ACC
For your Hokies, number 5,
three-point field goals made.
She'll probably break her single-season three-point record again. She's got 78 right now. She made 87 last year after making 84 to initially set the record. Beating the great Australian sharpshooter Vanessa Panousis the year before that.
Well, it'll most likely happen during the ACC tournament as Traylor gets an offensive rebound. Amor puts the 3 up, doesn't get that one to go.
Area Betts squelches that Hokie possession.
But Evan, you and I will be there, and I'll be down on the floor once she does pass her single season record of 87. When it does happen, I'll be right there to bring it to you.
You'll be ready for the break-in news. I know you will. ACC tournament begins at Greensboro Coliseum in 6 days, next Wednesday. But I'd be surprised if either of these teams were playing on Wednesday. Offensive rebound by Greg, sneak it in there.
Greg, a player that didn't get much playing time in the past or last season, had to learn the system of Virginia Tech, and Coach Brooks praises the way she's been able to just be so tenacious, be a rebounder, and just be loyal to her team.
Foul of Amor, it's her second. Amor and Shepard both with 2 fouls apiece.
Miami's MO is to be aggressive to the basket, and so far they've got both Asia Shepard and Georgia Amor with 2 fouls apiece and both on the bench right now.
Pendande. Kitley didn't want to pick up her second foul there. And I think it would have been wiser for the Canes to continue attacking Kitley there.
I mean, you're right. That would definitely be the smart thing to do. And Bondu goes up for that shot. The air ball thinks she got fouled, but nonetheless, when you're fading away from the basket, that's not aggressive to the rim.
Trailer missed it. Long rebound into the Miami bench. It'll be Hokies, or it'll be Miami ball, excuse me.
Both Kitley and Pendande did not move on that rebound because they were too busy fighting for position underneath the basket, just going at each other. They're going to be tired after this one.
Miami heads back home to take on Clemson on Sunday. Hokies will have their senior day against NC State. Kelsey Marshall for 2.
Kayla King right there knows that the guards should be tagging over and over the top of screens, but Kelsey Marshall does a good job with her quick feet, knows how to change gears, and has a nice little step back, gets that one to go.
Marshall now 3 points away from 1,500 in her Miami career. Kayla King scored her 500th career point earlier in the half for Virginia Tech. Offensive foul on Kitley. A big fist pump from Pendande, and that's number 2 on Liz.
This is where a lot of this energy late in the season is coming from Miami. They celebrate every execution that's done right. Pendande working so hard, getting low, pushing Kitley out, not allowing her to set up on that low block, and forces her to charge into Pendande and get that second foul.
So that's 3 Hokie starters. They're 3 double-figure scorers on the season. Marshall. And King swoops in for the rebound. Final minute of the first half. 1-point game here at Castle. Bain sets up King. And a good block out from Pendande. The rebound for Marshall. Shot clock is off. Miami doesn't need to hurry, but Marshall draws contact. And we'll get to the free throw line with an opportunity to put her team in front.
That was just excellent ball handling by Kelsey Marshall. 2 people came over to double team her. Almost got those steals, but Kelsey Marshall and those handles was just able to get to the rim and draw that foul.
Tab coming at the half. Highlights the stats. A preview of the second game of our doubleheader. Really important contest between Boston College and Duke. And a look at the ACC landscape on the penultimate day of regular season competition.
Marshall's got to take her time and lay this one in. This can tie the game going into the half. Still 19 seconds left.
1 for 2. Tied at 28, Asia Shepherd coming back in with 19 seconds remaining and 2 fouls.
Asia Shepherd.
Destiny Harden, beg your pardon, that's Jasmine Roberts coming back in defensively. So it's Lytle, Baines, King, Traylor, and Shepherd. And a steal in the backcourt. Dwyer! Double clutch finish for Miami.
Sloppy ball handling from Virginia Tech.
And a foul on Dwyer in the backcourt. It's only the 14th foul. They had one to give.
It's right there. Lytle telegraphs the pass, but Traylor also has to come to it. Dwyer, the freshman, doing a good job of anticipating that and getting the steal.
Dwyer's first points since February 6th. Final seconds, double dribble called on Traylor.
It is the pressure, and Dwyer does a little dance. And the little dance was mixed with a feeling of pain as she jams her finger, but does a good job causing that turnover. 2 turnovers forced and 2 points to get Miami the lead. The freshman doing it all.
Crazy last 20 seconds of this quarter. Kelsey Marshall's back in. Dwyer, good if it goes. They have battled through this grind. They were 1-3 through their first 4, but they've won 4 straight. Can they finish this one off? Get up this huge road win over a ranked Virginia Tech team. Kitley, 6 points, 6 rebounds in the first half. Also a couple fouls. Amor, Shepherd, and Kitley all with 2 fouls apiece. Pendande playing really strong defense again for Miami.
Just had nowhere to go.
Oh, great play in transition. Pendande filling the lane.
And that's how Miami wants to play, in transition. They want to turn you over and get off to the races. Convert that turnover to 2 points at the other end. They did an excellent job right there. Kitley had nowhere to go on that baseline.
This is the largest lead of the game for the Hurricanes.
And Evan, when Kitley was trapped down low.
Offensive foul away from the ball. It's on Baines.
And we'll get back to that in a second, but right here, Jalea Williams gets it up to area vets, who finds Pendande going, slashing straight to the rim. And that's why they tell post players to run rim to rim and guards to run on the wings. But again, back to that Pendande and Kitley matchup at the other end. Kitley had nowhere to go and no maroon jerseys moved. It's almost like they were stunned that they got her the ball 3 times and she couldn't get anything to go. As Jalea Williams comes around and stops and pops for that 2.
You can just see the confidence growing for Jalea Williams late in her freshman year. She's got 4. The Canes lead by 6. Asia Shepherd feeds it to Baines, and she walked. The 13th Virginia Tech turnover. 3 of them in the first 90 seconds of this quarter.
And this is, again, Kenny Brooks trying to let his squad play through this. Just checking Lytle into the game once they get a break. But like you said, Evan, that 3rd turnover, 3 possessions, you can't go away empty.
Kitley, nearly a steal. Great hustle by Harden to keep it alive. And the foul is on King for the trip.
Destiny Harden trying to catch her breath right there, and Pendande almost gets the turnover. Harden battles for it and gets on the floor and draws the foul.
Harden just helped to her feet a moment ago.
Got to fix the ponytail for sure. Have you landed on a ponytail before, Evan? I mean, it hurts. It hurts. Right in the middle, right there.
Yeah. Thanks for the perspective.
I just did a demonstration.
Yeah, gave me a little noogie.
That's a great one, noogie. It is a noogie.
Marshall flips it into Williams. And an illegal screen called on Pendande, who can't believe it. That's her 2nd.
Ladies, the refs are all over this one on both ends of the floor. You got to hold those screens. You can't stick a leg out. But both teams desperately trying to get other teammates open. And you can just feel the intensity of both the defenses kind of ramping up, should I say.
Well, the Hokies had 20 points in the first quarter. They have 8 points since then. They have not scored yet in the second half. Miami's defense has been suffocating. Kitley really having to work for her points, and she does beat Jaldi Tamdi there.
And that's the first time that Kitley faced up instead of having her back to the basket. She faced up to see the double team.
And the answer for Destiny Harden. Chance for a three-point play.
And that's what Miami does so well. They don't sit there and celebrate. Kitley gets the basket on one end, and they go right at Harden, and she takes it right into the chest of Lytle. And let's see from the other angle right here. Lytle is not in position. Destiny Harden does a good job of using her strength that she just had on display of getting that positioning very deep, and Lytle cannot recover.
Three-point play for Harden, playing the 99th game of her college career. Nearly a throwaway into the backcourt. Hurricanes by 7. Amor has turned it over 4 times, sets up Lytle, who fakes it, dishes, Kitley lays it in.
There it is. That's the break Virginia Tech needed. That's 2 scores on 2 possessions for them. Hopefully that gets them out of their drought. But Miami definitely taking advantage on the other end.
Liz Kitley into double figures for the 5th straight game. Harden fouled on the block by Lytle again.
For Virginia Tech, Lytle, they think she's going to shoot that 3 because she's made 3 so far. Does a good job of getting the defense on their feet. Goes straight to the rim, and that leaves Kitley open when the double team comes.
Harden to the free throw line. Only had 2 points at Georgia Tech on Sunday, but combined to score 26 in her previous 2.
But she's such a hard player and a hard worker that even with single-digit scoring, she can make up for it defensively and with her energy.
Coach calls her a junkyard dog.
Can you explain why? Left it
Under 7 minutes to play in the third. Shepherd turns it over. Marshall, tough pass. Gives it back to Tech.
And that's okay. You'll take those kinds of mistakes. Your kids can't be perfect every time, but you can't harp on it. You got to say, hey, let's get it back defensively.
Kitley will bring it across midcourt here.
I was going to say, I think Destiny Harden, I think when she landed on her head, popped her hair tie because now she has to use her headband.
Lytle, no problem.
And I think Virginia Tech may have found their way to get some more offensive scores going.
Marshall, nearly foul number 3 on Kitley. No whistle, though. Katie Meyer can't believe it. Shepherd to the wide open King for 3.
Kayla King came up short on her first few threes, and she's now 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, and it's timely for the Hokies.
Virginia Tech trailed by 7 just a minute ago. But Katie Meyer takes the timeout with the Hokies inching within 1. The 6th 3 of the game. Kayla King's got 2 of them to bring Virginia Tech within 1.
Gotta get this
Down 2 at the half, trailed by as many as 7 here in the third, but a little spurt to get back into it. And Liz Kitley certainly very involved in the Hokies attack plan.
Had only 6 points in that first half, but I think she's found her groove in how she can score, and it's facing up. Knocked down a couple jumpers, and right here faces up in the post so she can see the double team. It doesn't come. She just takes Jolly Tabi straight to the other side of the rim, and that's going to be the answer for her. She's got to face up and see when they're double teaming her, and if she's got the shot, we can take it straight to the rack.
Kenny Brooks said it was nice to honor Asia, all-time leading scorer. He might do it again next year when Kitley passes her. Liz with over 1,300 points, so 500-600 away, depending on how Asia finishes.
Doable.
Very doable. She stays in school and stays healthy. She will finish as the all-time leading scorer in program history. I feel pretty confident about that. Little zone look for Tech, and Miami's Jalea Williams penetrated the zone nicely to draw contact.
Smart freshman, and Katie Meyer has talked about how impressed she is with the type of competitor that Jalea Williams is. And you mentioned it too, Evan. You can see the confidence growing in this freshman, and I'm just excited. It's freshmen like her, and Sonia Citron from Notre Dame, and then Olivia Miles from Notre Dame. Like, these are all freshmen who are going to be with us another 4 seasons, and we get to see them develop in this league. And over the past 2 months, Jalea Williams has just been exponentially better.
Tabitha Georgia Amor just picked up her 3rd foul, so she's back on the Hokies bench. Miles leading the ACC with 7 assists per game. Amor tied for 2nd in that department.
And Amor is a player that they need because Miami, as you can see, goes right into their press. And Traylor was one of the players that had some issues handling that press in the first half.
1 of 2 at the line for Jalea Williams. Pendonde's working so hard out there defensively. Lytle passed hard and missed it. Marshall the rebound.
Tough miss right there. Destiny Harden played good defense, not fouling. And Lytle was right there at the rim and just couldn't get it to go.
Harden connects from 3.
Destiny Harden with her signature 3. That fires her up, and she's right back defensively trying to get the steal.
Area vets calling for Harden to come trap. Nice move off the dribble. Traylor to the basket.
Pretty move right there. Traylor just attacks the top foot of Destiny Harden, and Harden a step too slow. Can't recover.
That was a difficult shot. Hokies back within 3. Entry pass tipped and stolen. Traylor sets up Lytle. Hurricanes don't have numbers, but Jalea Williams does not care.
Williams, very smart freshman. Lytle does not think she got that foul. And notice right here, the freshman just attacks the top foot. Lytle doesn't cut off that baseline. Gets the foul.
Every time.
I need big king, big king. I need 2.
All the flame grilled stacker saucy Big King taste you love is now on the
2, 4, 5.
for a limited time.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Up by 5, trying to pull off the upset in Blacksburg, and Miami looking to keep their winning streak rolling. 4 in a row coming into tonight. This would be number 5.
I mean, they've just been on a roll at the right time. 5-3 in February, and have taken out a ranked opponent, their second ranked opponent in a row. Had Georgia Tech and beat them, swept the season series. Now they're taking on Virginia Tech, who's also ranked and leading in this game.
This would be such a huge win for Miami in the tournament discussion. I mean, yes, they had some tough non-conference losses, but Destiny Harden was out battling her way back from injury. If Miami can beat Virginia Tech today, and then if they can take care of business against Clemson, if they finish 11-7 in the ACC, I cannot fathom an 11-win team in the best conference in America getting left out of the big dance.
And I don't think they will. I think that they've had some impressive wins over some top 25 teams. And again, like we just mentioned, they've been doing superb in the month of February. They've been playing great on the road as well. And, you know, you mentioned already, you had some people with injuries. And also, Micaiah Gray hasn't been herself. And I think that they've also kind of gotten away from depending on Micaiah Gray to be the old Micaiah Gray, as Julia Williams knocks down that free throw, and kind of gone to some other options.
Nearly a travel there by Traylor, almost 5 count too. Amor on the bench with 3 personal fouls. So the Purdue transfer running the offense for Virginia Tech. Shot clock down to 7. And another tough finish for Kayana Traylor.
And Traylor's just so tough. I mean, she could have tucked her tail after those few turnovers in the first half, especially at the end of the first half when she had that turnover that led to the momentum for Miami. But instead, she came back this half and said, hey, I'm going to put my head down, handle the ball, and not succumb to Miami's pressure.
Pretty incredible that Kenny Brooks has a couple of 1,000-point scorers coming off his bench. Traylor and Lytle. Shepard with good defense on Williams.
With a little more development from Williams, that shot is going to fall. She's just a freshman. By her senior year, it won't even take that long, but that one's going to get to go.
The biggest surprise right now for the evening, perhaps, is that Asia Shepard has only taken 2 field goal attempts. She's 2 for 2. Gregg inside, finishes.
And I'm not completely upset at that. Yes, I think she's got to turn it on, but I think that she's also a player that doesn't want to stress herself too much because she has had that reputation of overthinking things and stressing herself out. So I think she's trying to let the game come to her. And if her teammates have a shot, hey, let them get it.
Pendande, nice move on Kitley.
Straight at the chest of Elizabeth Kitley.
And another backcourt giveaway for the Hokies. Their 15th turnover of the game.
Pendande gets great positioning, gets that foot inside and does the nice little hezzy to the left. Goes back to her right and beats Kitley to the spot.
Pretty good ballet right there with the footwork too.
I know. These finesse post players are giving me life.
Shepard fouled. Going on Roberts. Number 2 on Jasmine Roberts.
In Virginia Tech, the Hokies had a little bit of a meeting in the middle right there, and some words between Traylor and Shepard were expressed, and I think it's about handling the press. Communication.
There's no question Miami has blustered him. That is an offensive foul. Gregg threw a forearm, and Marshall took the hit.
And Kenny Brooks is telling Deja Gregg, hey, you had the open pass. You shouldn't have kept taking it. The outlet was right to your right.
Beg your pardon. Sidi Baba took the forearm, drew the foul on Gregg. That is her 3rd personal.
Quite a few players from Virginia Tech with 3 fouls apiece.
3 of them, Lytle, Amor, and Gregg. Marshall had it poked away, and then King, who's the foul arm? Because Marshall took the worst of it, but I think they called it on Kelsey, and she wants a piece of Kayla King.
And Kelsey Marshall is not happy about this call. And she's saying that that right arm of Kayla King.
The officials should look at this, and they will. And I think Kayla King is going to get the belated call because she drilled her in the face with the elbow.
And right here, Kayla King goes for the ball, and right there, that right arm gets Kelsey Marshall across the face, and she hits the floor quite hard. And Marshall is not happy about that call. I agree. The refs should definitely take a second look at this one.
Well, allows us to catch our breaths in what has really been an entertaining, fast-paced game since the opening tip. The first quarter, Tab, was played at Virginia Tech's pace. It was 20-18. But Miami had enough offense in that quarter to keep the pace. And since then, it's like the Hokies have been caught in the Hurricanes' grinder.
And I think the Hokies coming out in the second half found a way, found some good opportunities after going 0 for 3, started to connect from the field. Liz Kitley started to face up just a little bit, so they got some offense going, but Miami and their ever-changing defenses just keep throwing things at the Hokies and keeping this game ugly and messed up. And you can see the type of game they like to play. They cause turnovers, and they're off to the races in transition. And we're going to take another look at this, but again, it's Kelsey Marshall loses the ball, and right there, Kayla King's right arm comes up. And Kelsey Marshall wants to let the refs know, hey, I got hit in the mouth, I got hit in the face. How's that foul on me?
Well, I think both can be true.
Yeah.
I think there could be a foul on her, and there could be a foul on King.
I think it was a foul on both of them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And both players in the heat of the moment, scrappy, going for the ball. I mean, we are at the end of February. Tournament season is right around the corner. Literally, these teams are fighting for positioning. Virginia Tech literally at number 4 right now, trying to get that double bye. And Miami just got into the single bye category of that top 8. But you can sense the sense of urgency between these two squads.
Really, the question here is, will Miami get 2 shots and the ball, or will they say it was just in the sequence of play?
Well, I think something's got to be called, because you don't want those two players to go at each other and them to decide what the discipline should be or how this game should be played. So something's got to happen for the refs to maintain control over the game, because emotions are high.
Got a question for you. Why don't all 3 officials look at the monitor at the same time? Because 2 of them look, and then one steps away and the other one goes in there, as if all 3 need to take a look at it.
Well, I think it's...
Is one of them the mediator?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's to make sure that everyone else is not getting out of control. Coaches and players aren't going at each other or talking to each other.
That's probably right.
And people in the crowd as well. You know, you have some audiences where people like to get involved who are not players or coaches. Don't do that, people. Don't get involved if you're in the crowd.
The officials are going to rule it was incidental contact. There's no flagrant foul on King. It's just a personal on Marshall, despite the fact that she took the worst of it. And it'll be Hokies ball, no free throws. It's the 3rd Miami team foul of the 3rd quarter. Surprised by that?
I will say this. I think the calls have been pretty even both ways. And
that wasn't what I asked.
I know. I don't want to answer. Don't put me in that spot.
Why don't you want to answer?
Kelsey Marshall is on the bench right now, and I think that's a wise decision.
Kitley in the offensive glass, fouled by Charlie Tabdi. Beg your pardon, it's on Pendande, and that's her 3rd.
The 3rd personal foul, 4th team foul.
And right here, Shepherd puts the shot up and positioning, fighting for positioning. Kitley does a good job over Pendande. Gets that rebound and lands like the ballerina that she is.
Elizabeth Kitley played a lot of sports growing up. Kenny Brooks called her a late bloomer because she didn't focus exclusively on basketball until right around high school. There's Dad, Ralph, who played under Bob Stack and Dave Odom at Wake Forest. You got a 2-point game here. Gray doubles the lead.
And there goes that Micaiah Gray of old that we were referencing earlier.
She hasn't scored a ton this year, but with that bucket, she's now got exactly 1,300 points in her college career.
Let's just remind you, Micaiah Gray coming off that knee injury last season, so she hasn't been herself trying to just fill that knee back out.
Okay, the Hokies have been a little out of sorts with Georgia Amoore on the bench offensively.
And I think that's a good observation. I think you're right. I think that Traylor has had to adjust to being the primary ball handler in this one, and I think she's done a better job in this second half. But it's obviously not the normal chemistry that they have when a Georgia Amoore is out there on the floor running this offense.
One of the keys for Katie Meyer was to keep the Hokies off the free throw line. These are just the 5th and 6th attempts of the game. Team goes 1 for 2.
And I think that they've also realized that was part of Miami's game plan because they've been more aggressive to the basket in this second half. You notice the three-point shot was hot in that first half. Second half, not so much. They really haven't been taking as many threes.
Air Yvette's a little out of control. Asia Shepard, the program's all-time leading scorer, draws contact, a foul on Jaldi Tabdi. A couple free throws coming up here for Shep.
And again, you notice Virginia Tech more aggressive to the rim. She goes straight at the chest of Jaldi Tabdi. Jaldi Tabdi kind of leans in and fouls Asia Shepard to keep her from getting close to the rim. But the three-point shooting, again, was so hot in that first half. But the Hokies realizing that the aggressor to the rim is probably going to be the winner in this one, and they've been going at the rack in this third quarter.
They sure have. Started this quarter very slowly offensively. Look, they've got 6 turnovers in the quarter, Tabitha, but they're shooting 70% in the period as well. Shepard knocks down a pair to bring Virginia Tech back within 1.
Game has been tight the entire time.
Each team has had a 7-point lead, played the whole game in that 14-point window. 3-second violation called. Micaiah Gray, the guilty party. And the Hokies have a chance to retake the lead heading into the 4th.
And Katie Myers getting a little bit of a laugh out of that one, saying, hey, you got to get out of there, but hey, get it back defensively. Micaiah Gray has that look on her face like, come on, man. But hey, if you camped out in there, you camped out.
CD Baba out there for the defense. Final 16 seconds of the third. Asia Shepard has only taken 3 field goal attempts so far tonight. The most prolific scorer in the history of the program, trying to escape out of pressure. Looking for daylight, gets it to Greg. Did she beat the buzzer? The officials say yes, but they'll look at it, and they called it on Pendante, and that's her 4th. 7 seconds into the 4th quarter. Miami's top post defender sidelined by foul trouble.
And she's been doing an excellent job on Elizabeth Kitley in this game so far.
Yeah, the majority of Kitley's offense has come against Jaldi Tabdi. And Jaldi Tabdi's battled too, but different caliber defender. Here we go. Kitley going to work. Nice move. Nope. Gregg on the glass keeps it alive for Virginia Tech.
And that's another reason why Deasia Gregg has gotten so much more playing time. Her tenacity at the basket. Has been a role player, but she's also a rebounder and does the little things well.
Miami not coming with a double. And then on the dribble, oh goodness! That was a clean block from our angle, Tab. Looked like Harden got all ball. Let's take another look.
And Kitley faces up, takes Jaldi Tabdi, and I agree.
Now,
I saw no foul there.
And they called it on Harden. It's her first. If they had called it on Jaldi Tabdi, I think you could argue that there was some body contact, but that was all ball on the swipe through, it appeared. Shepherd off the dribble, sets up Kitley, 2.
And that's that 1-2 punch for the Hokies between Shepherd and Kitley. She draws the defenders. Elizabeth Kitley pops out for that easy 2, knocks down the 15-footer. Marshall
for the tie. Does not get the bounce, and Gregg continues the good work on the glass. Amor still on the bench for Virginia Tech, but Traylor has done a nice job running the show, and Amor will check back in next whistle. Shepherd for 3. Gregg, another offensive rebound.
And there's De'Asia Gregg again, right place, right time.
It's like every rebound is bouncing straight to her.
And that's not by coincidence. She's active on the floor.
Kitley gets another touch. Double team. Fouled. The frustration building on the Miami sideline.
And again, that's another one I agree with, because I think that the freshman was a little too aggressive. I don't think you can hang on to the ball between someone's legs, but Jalea Williams right there goes around Kitley's left leg, and Kitley is like, if that's not a foul, I don't know what is.
Amor back in there. Only 2 points for Georgia, the Australian sharpshooter. Kitley, body to body. And free throws coming here for Liz.
Coach Kenny Brooks is over there saying, thank you. He is saying, my players are getting mugged. Right there, Shepherd finds Kitley, who ducks in, gets the good positioning on Jaldi Tabdi. And that's the difference between Jaldi Tabdi and Pendande. Pendande didn't even allow Kitley to duck in and get that deep positioning, whereas Jaldi Tabdi, she's got 2 feet in.
You're absolutely right. Kitley now with 16 and 10. Which is right around her average of 18 and 10.
At a quiet first half.
And there's the 3rd personal on Kitley. Harden will get to the line, excuse me.
It's like a chess match, Evan, between these 2 coaches, because they both know that each other's squads are in foul trouble. Kitley's already got 2. Harden gets that, goes straight to the chest of Kitley. Good thing for the Hokies is we're in the 4th quarter.
Well, Miami has not been in foul trouble in terms of putting the Hokies in the bonus all night until this 4th quarter. Look at the bottom line. 4 fouls in just over 2 minutes. Hokies are going to be shooting every foul the rest of the way.
And I think the other part of that is in the first half, Virginia Tech shot a lot of threes, whereas in this one, they're going to the rim, trying to draw fouls, so that's why Miami's foul count is up.
Hokies have only attempted 4 3-pointers in the second half. Shot 12 in the first half. Hokies by 3 with the ball. Shepherd. Williams speeding through the traffic. Sets up Aryavets. Here's Marshall around the screen. Marshall to the bucket. Marshall fouled by Kitley. Number 4 on Elizabeth Kitley.
And Kitley's got to be smarter than that. You need to stay in this game. You don't go for this block. And she thinks that wasn't a foul just because she got partially balled.
Smart play by Marshall.
Yeah, smart play by Marshall to recognize that Kitley had 3 fouls. And that's 4. And Marshall, the 5th-year senior, the vet for this Miami squad, just smart.
Checking in number 13, Shea Dwyer.
Shea Dwyer, who really impacted the flow of the game with her defense in the end of the second quarter, remember. Checks back in for Katie Meyer.
another threat on the defensive end for Miami. And we saw what she can do with Shea Dwyer at the end of the first half. She got that momentum going for Miami with the steal and the 2 to give them the lead.
7 rebounds now for De'Asia Gregg. Marshall goes 1 for 2 at the line. Away from the ball. Lytle was hit, and the foul is on Marshall. Number 3 on Kelsey.
The looks on all the players' faces, none of them think they did it. None of them think they fouled, ever.
But this is where that early quarter team foul trouble gets you into trouble. Because 7:07 to go, foul away from the ball, becomes 2 free throws for a 71% shooter in Emily Lytle.
And both these teams are doing the same exact thing. They're just putting their heads down, squaring up their bodies, and going to the chest of the defenders at the rim.
King, the offensive rebound. That was a lapse there by Harden, and Shepherd makes him pay.
Shepherd, ACC's all-time leading three-point field goal maker, shows why she has that position as Kelsey Marshall goes at the rack.
In and out for Marshall. Frustration mounting for Miami. Hokies, with a couple good possessions here, could throw something akin to a knockout punch. Strong defense. Charlie Tabdi went straight up. At the other end, Dwyer, offensive foul.
And that is gutsy from Kayla King. That's a good job to recognize the drive by the freshman. She just puts her head down, goes at the rack, and Kayla King gets to that baseline and cuts it off. And right here, a lapse in judgment allows Virginia Tech to get that offensive rebound. They do a couple passes, swing it over to Aisha Shepherd, and she knocks that one down.
That's just such a killer for a veteran like Destiny Harden. She just left Kayla King. The rebound bounced right to her like a Christmas gift.
It's deflating when you do all that work and you have a lapse in judgment, like you mentioned, and it leads to a three-point play.
Credit Aisha Shepherd. I mean, she is a killer from downtown. Offensive foul the other way? No, they're calling it on Miami. It's going on Sidi Baba.
And Evan, Miami, or Virginia Tech, should I say. Kayla King doing a good job. Draws the defense again, and Sidi Baba tries to take that charge, but her body is not squared to the defender.
Foot was also in the restricted area pretty clearly.
And Virginia Tech has slowly and methodically taken or retaken the lead in this game.
Build some separation.
And they've done it at the free throw line, Evan. 11-14. In the first half, they did not shoot that many free throws.
2 free throw attempts in the first half.
1 of 2.
12 free throw attempts in the second half. This is their largest lead of the night. Kelsey Marshall. What a big bucket to stabilize things for Miami.
It's the bucket they needed, and she knows it. And they are all over the Hokies in this press. They're running out of steam.
Everyone who competed tonight will need an ice bath after this one. Shepherd sets up Gregg. Not Demo's game. Asia, the all-time leading three-point shooter in the conference, comes up short there. Kelsey Marshall, so poised under pressure. Jaldi Tabdi looking for it. No. Battle for the board. Possession arrow back to Virginia Tech.
And Miami, 2 green jerseys on the floor. They know the sense of urgency they need. Possession arrow goes back to Virginia Tech because Lytle did a good job of getting on the floor as well. But the hustle in this game, all these players are so tired. They've been giving it their all, and they've still got 5-10 left in the fourth.
These are 2 teams that have fought unbelievably hard from the opening tip-off. Miami looking for another resume-building win. Virginia Tech trying to lock up a double bye in the ACC tournament. Ahead, trying to thread the needle, and Williams, a little overly ambitious perhaps, looking for area vets. Catch your breath, everybody. 4:48 to play. Hokies with a 6-point edge.
I need big king, big king. I need two.
All the flame grilled stacker saucy Big King taste you love is now on the
2, 4, 5.
for a limited time.
We pick up the phone because it's ringing. I should get this. Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you? That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
Tonight we're in Durham, North Carolina. One and only meeting during the regular season. Boston College and Duke, Cameron Indoor Stadium. Tom and Fallon from our broadcast position inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. The game tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's an important one for both of these teams, Fallon. Trying to solidify their spots in the standings. You want to try to get that bye at the ACC Women's Tournament.
You do, especially for that first round. And right now, these teams are neck and neck. Right now, BC is in the 8th position, right ahead of FSU, or right behind FSU at 9th. But it's going to be a battle. Duke's at 10. These teams are in the middle of the pack. So this is going to be a big game to see who can move up or who can solidify their standings.
And not to mention all of the emotion in the building. It is senior night for these Duke players and their teammates.
Oh, this is a big night. You want to get a win on senior night, and Duke is going to have all the energy tonight. So BC is going to have to be prepared for it. It's going to be emotional, so it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, the Eagles might have something to say about it. They won the last meeting between these two teams a couple of years ago at the ACC Women's Tournament. 8 Eastern from Durham.
Thanks, Tom and Fallon. Appreciate that pregame hit from Cameron Indoor. Senior night coming up as soon as we are done here at Castle. Senior day for the Hokies will be Saturday as they take on NC State at 6 o'clock. Will they be coming off a win? Asia Shepherd thinks so.
That veteran poise, veteran leadership is starting to pull through for Virginia Tech. And this is where you see the difference between these two squads when it comes down to the end of the game.
Asia Shepherd has made so many gargantuan shots. Kelsey Marshall's made quite a few of them too. Cuts it back to a 7-point game, closing it on 4 to play. There's still time here.
Oh yeah, Marshall, Gray, and Harden are all out there. You know, those are 3 players that are all returners to Miami. So Miami's got their veterans also out on the floor right now.
Shepherd blocked cleanly by Williams. Jalea Williams, defended well by King. Harden posting up, calling for the ball on Gregg. Gets it on the block, faces up, missed the shot.
Harden and Gregg is a pretty even matchup. Both of those players are 3-4s that are guards that can post up as well as shoot and hit that little 15 to 17-foot jump shot.
Kintley with 4 fouls coming back in next whistle. Kayla King missed the 3, Marshall the rebound. Long pass ahead for Williams. Marshall fakes it, takes it, makes it!
My goodness, Evan. Kelsey Marshall is zoned in right now. and she is desperately willing her team back into this one. Cuts the lead to 4.
19 for Kelsey Marshall. And the Hurricanes are right there.
There's no quit, I'm just so impressed with their fight. They haven't gotten down, haven't let Virginia Tech's punches get them weary.
Amor trapped, escapes pressure to Greg. Greg, wild shot. There was certainly contact, but no whistle. Hurricanes can inch closer. Williams up and under. Battle for the rebound, still being waged, and Harden through the contact doesn't get the call.
On both ends of the floor, you just got players turning to the refs and saying, hey, I got fouled, where's my call?
This is a difficult game to officiate. This game in particular, because it has been so physical from the get-go.
And right here, the freshman Jalea Williams gets a little too deep underneath the basket, throws a bit of wild shot by Destiny Harden, outbids 4 different maroon jerseys to go back up with that one, and thinks that she should have been fouled, and Katie Meyer agrees.
Timeout, Virginia Tech. 2:16 remaining.
And I will say this, Evan, I agree. There have been some calls that have been let go, but I think they've been let go on both ends.
Yeah.
And I think there's been calls made on both ends. So, I'm all in favor of letting the kids play within reason and letting these young women play. And I think that it's been a good battle out here because the refs have allowed competition to kind of flourish.
Tabitha, the theme for this Miami Hurricane season has been fast, furious, and fierce for 40. Trying to outwork the other team, and they even made a little poster for Miami basketball. Fast, furious, fierce for 40. Too fast, too furious. How fierce will you play, Tab?
That was good, Evan. I want to hear you rap it next time. But that's a lot of F's. I mean, say that fast. Say that really fast.
I don't want to get in trouble.
That is awesome. That's so dope. I love it. I wonder who made the poster. Was it someone on the team?
I got to imagine it was someone involved in the program. Maybe give the credit to Megan, the media relations director. All right, 4-point lead and the ball. Kitley playing with 4 fouls. Missed a shot. Another rebound for Williams. Trying to start the break. Marshall hit. Shot would not go, but free throws coming for Kelsey Marshall.
Georgia Amor does a good job of slowing down the transition and the force that Kelsey Marshall goes to the rim with, but she still gets the foul and stops the clock.
That is the 4th foul on Georgia Amor. Marshall crossing over the 1,500-point barrier in this game, but that is a costly missed free throw.
And the fans in the background are holding up bacon signs.
Well, everyone gets free bacon if she misses both of them. And Marshall walks over to Katie Meyer. Not totally sure why.
Maybe Coach Meyer just had a little last bit of advice on focusing in.
Free bacon for everybody. Marshall missed them both in a 4-point game with under 2 minutes to play.
And this crowd is excited about their free bacon, but I don't think they're more excited than the game, what it's come down to in the last 1 quarter.
I don't know. I think they're pretty excited for the bacon. Kitley missed it. Rebound finds Marshall. Opportunity to make up for the previous mistake. She goes down hard, and there's no whistle.
Marshall was a bit out of control on that shot. Expected the foul. No call from the refs.
Amor to Greg. She has not looked for her shot from the perimeter. Shepherd has, though. Shepherd with the clock winding down. Got it!
And her body was leaning all the way left, but her arms stayed perpendicular to the rim, and she knocked that down. We saw it the entire time it left her hands and knew it was good.
The great Asia Shepherd with one more hokey dagger. Virginia Tech by 7 with 1:01 to play.
And Asia Shepherd right here uses the screen and shoots it right in Area Vets' face.
At tonight's Coyote Tractor turning point.
Let's take another look at this one. She is the reason why we've got a new all-time three-point field goal leader. It's Asia Shepherd, and she gets that one to go with 1 minute and 1 second left. That is clutch for the Hokies.
Her 4th three of the game. And 3 of them have come here in the 4th quarter.
I mean, that's just clutch. That's dialing in down the stretch. And think about it, Evan. She had 2 early fouls in that first half and had to sit the bench. Did not get herself out of the game.
Correct myself. 2 in the 4th, 3 in the second half. Marshall gets it inside. Pendande stays with it and scores.
Kitley gets the first block, but Pendande gets her own rebound and puts that one back up.
And Kitley did not want to pick up her 5th there.
Exactly.
Katie Meyer calling for pressure. It's a 2-possession game. If the Hokies just let the entire clock run down, there'll be about 18 seconds left. Amor to Kitley. Falling down, tipped by Marshall and stolen. Kelsey Marshall makes it a 3-point game. 20.4 on the clock, timeout Miami.
That pressure from Miami does not win. I mean, you had Jalea Williams, who was at the top of the press asking and begging for help. And finally help came, and they forced the turnover with Kitley falling down. Marshall gets that one, and nobody wants to pick up the foul. Shepherd or Amor. Just got to let Kelsey Marshall score in transition.
So 20.4 to go. Hokies are in the bonus, so any foul would be 2 shots. And you know, how big would those missed vacant free throws be right now for Miami?
I mean, this crowd, it would be huge actually. This crowd knows that. They're loving the fact that Kelsey Marshall did not make that because 1, they get free bacon, and 2, this game would only be a 1-point game if she had knocked down those free throws. But I know Kelsey Marshall herself is saying in her head, I wish I would have knocked down those 2 free shots.
Hokies get it into Amor, right back to Deasia Gregg. Deasia Gregg has been a very solid free throw shooter and limited opportunities this year, 82% on just 22 attempts.
And this is how you earn more playing time. And I say this because I was a player who struggled with, playing my role. But Deasia Gregg is a player who has come here to Virginia Tech and has accepted her role and has earned the trust of the staff and her teammates. And that's why she's played quite a few minutes in this game. She's been a rebounder. She has 7 rebounds in this game and 4 points. 5 points now. 24 minutes.
And a clutch free throw to make it a 2-possession game with 17 seconds left. 5-point game. Kenny Brooks will take a timeout.
And with 2 possessions needed for Miami, it's not impossible in 17.1 seconds, especially with the way that they do play with that high-pressure defense. But they've got to capitalize on every opportunity. They've got to be perfect.
I do find it a little interesting that Kenny Brooks took the timeout there. Now, I think, honestly, both teams were trying to call a timeout because I think Miami wanted to advance the ball and not spend the time dribbling into the forecourt.
And I think that's a good observation, Evan, because I didn't realize it was Kenny Brooks who took that timeout.
Well, he signaled for it, but then the officials also pointed to the Miami bench as if both teams had called a timeout, and I'm not 100% certain who they awarded it to. I think the official scorer is trying to get confirmation on that as well.
But if it was Kenny Brooks, I can only imagine that it's because he wants to try to settle his team in and make sure that they are focused enough to take care of the ball against this Miami defense, or focused enough on the defensive end themselves to not allow a score from Miami.
Yeah, so this is fascinating because Kenny Brooks wanted the timeout, and the officials gave Miami the timeout because they were calling for it too. And look, that's Miami's last timeout, which is why I was, look, Kenny Brooks has forgotten more about basketball than I'll ever know. But I'm like, why advance the ball for Miami? Miami uses the timeout themselves to get it across midcourt. They need 5 points. That won't work. Kitley with her 12th rebound. And the Hokies are 7.8 seconds and a few made free throws away from winning at Castle again.
And Asia Shepherd is trying to get this crowd loud for the last 7 seconds of this game. And it's well-deserved for her. I mean, she didn't start off the hottest in this one, but she kept her head and kept focused in this one and has led her squad to another win on their home floor.
Lola Pendande just fouled out. 22 minutes, 10 points, 4 rebounds, and some gritty defense for Lola Pendande, who had a really strong defensive performance in the win over Georgia Tech as well. Battling on the block with Lorella Kubai and the other Yellow Jackets. But Elizabeth Kitley's a different beast. She just might be the ACC Player of the Year.
Elizabeth Kitley also has more range than a Kubai and can play outside a bit more and offer more offense.
Valiant effort from Miami, but the Hurricanes fall short, and the Hokies are 8-0.